Guys, Vince Ryder here, aka B-Boy Vinzel. Welcome to this week's breaks. Number 4, episode 4. I wasn't even planning to do one this week. I kind of had a left and right turn of should I record, should I not? Because there's a slight chance I might not do any videos like next week because, well, babysitting doing. Gotta help my sister out with the babysitting stuff. I'm like, man, how do I do this? How do you watch these many kids? Damn, sis. Um, I'm joking. I hope she doesn't see this video. I'll be fine. She does have a lot of kids, but 2 kids just feels like a lot. Okay, like damn, sis. Anyways, oh gosh, if they see this video, and but no. Also, there's a slew of other stuff. I'm getting braces, and I don't even know. I don't even have like a proper job yet, and here I am, this busy next week. But other than that, I might as well make a video of this week's breaks. Short one, very short one. Um, for those that don't know, I was actually no one knows. I'm subscribed to. Man, I've been following this guy for a while. Yeah, dumbfounded. He's like a famous battle rapper, and pretty much started a podcast. And yeah, he had his last podcast, or at least one of the last ones. And pretty much I just decided to watch it and seek the truth. This has nothing to do with breaking, but I just thought it's hip hop related. I feel like I can share anything I want, but of course that would turn into a Vince Talk, which is a series on my main channel that I have. But yeah, other than that, I was rewatching a couple of battles here and there in the Crew Legend 2025. And my goodness, you know that crew Navi, and they just happen to have some of the Poland people in there, even though those like two different countries, Ukraine and Poland, because Navi is based in Ukraine, but whatever. Clay was annoying. I was watching the battles and I'm like, bro, can you just shut up? I really just want Navi, aka Navi, and Polski flavor, because Clay is part of close Polski flavor, and pretty much just battle against Green Panda, which has Robin. I just want to see that battle. I just want to see them get smoked somehow. Any other American crew, any other crew, or something like that. But my goodness, seeing Clay, like, he is just annoying. I don't know if it's his battle tactics. I don't know if that's his attitude or something. I was like, he's real with this. Like, yeah, I guess that's another thing. Is it true that, being annoying is part of a battle tactic? There's always this conversation of certain, like, biters, and you know what I believe? I believe that conversation came from just a lot of people doing bite signs. Robin and Clayu and a lot of people doing the freaking bite sign over and over and over again. And it strikes a freaking panic attack in the freaking B-boy community, or at least people watching. And that's how they freaking, like, you talk about, like, oh, biting the conversation. No one gives a damn about that conversation. I don't care who I bite or whatever. Even though I try my best to be original or something with my own style, or whatever style you may call it for a big back like me, like, whatever, that's a style. But yes, it's important to be original, but man, just the little things you do, the little things you can do, and boom, you get called as a bite sign. And sometimes it's so confusing, especially seeing this battle, with that Clay was in. Like, he was doing bite signs, but a lot of times, like, are they just doing the bite signs just to get to people's heads? There's like different reasons for why people do certain things, right? Especially when you do bite size, especially when you do, sometimes those things are not true. It's kind of like based to the person that is watching, or at least the judges. But a lot of times, like, they just do it because they're trying to get to your head. Like, people need to understand that this is a battle tactic. Like, that's why when somebody, like, throws the cock, it doesn't mean they're literally throwing the cock, because that would just be sussy. All right. Let's be real. No, they're doing it as a diss. It's the same thing of the equivalent of the middle finger. They're not flipping you off. They're flipping the person that they're battling, or the person that they have an issue off. Okay? Like there's certain reasons for this and that. And it's always, that's what I find very interesting. At least what I notice in in the breaking community, or since, or just the amount of videos I've been watching, it was like they do these certain things. They call out certain things like eaters. Like shoot, I remember like I'm bringing Robin back to this. Like when Robin was he did this thing in front of a an Asian b-boy crew. I'm not sure. Like I think it was Kazakhstan or Japan or something, but he was doing the eye thing. The chink eye, and he was doing it for, and this was like years ago. And it's not that he was like, this is what I like to believe, that I believe that, yes, you could say, oh, that's racist or something. Yes, but it's only like a battle tactic against the person that he's battling, because they probably did something to him. You always like to know the backstories. I wish I knew the backstories of certain crews. Like, okay, why is this crew against this? Why did these two b-boy, like I remember seeing b-boy Mace and b-boy Weapon X battle each other, and they were going at it to a point. They were going at each other's necks to a point where it almost felt like they were not brothers anymore, even though they were. But there was like something, like you want to know, like, okay, what's going on here? It's not that, hey, I don't think like like they're probably gonna be cool later, but it's like, would there something happen before the battle? You know, we don't know. I believe in the internet. It's surprising that we haven't know, because it feels like everybody is knowing everything or something. But I don't, within the b-boy sense, it's still such a small community, to the point where people are not answering questions. People are not active in these communities sometimes. And it kind of shows a lot when I'm trying to find a freaking workshop, a b-boy workshop or anything in my hometown. And it's not easy to find. It's not. I just wish it was common. I wish it was something of the same equivalent sport as skateboarding, or some community sense, like, or, even like just a place to have, like, to break. That's what I kind of wish that we had, like, in the future, like an app that really shows us, like, oh, b-boy events are happening this time, b-boy gatherings are happening this, maybe you can practice here. That's what I wish I had once. Like, I wish, it's just that simple, a community sense. But we're so stuck in the internet where we think that's the only life that we know. It's not. Real life is different. Okay, I'm going on a tangent for a lot of these. I have no hates to any b-boys of all that. I have inspirations. Like, I'm heavily inspired by Robin and Clayu in a sense. But man, he was just annoying when I saw him I was like, bro, can you chill? Like, I feel like if you did this in like certain, like, battle against certain crews in here in the US, you about to get slapped, okay? Ain't no way that's like acceptable and think you like, oh, cool and stuff like that. No. And I've seen his actions. This is his usual, this is how he is basically in terms of other battles and stuff. So it's nothing new. Like, I still remember that battle in Rep Your Country in the earlier times of Outbreak. We're talking about the earlier times when Outbreak operated in a freaking mall somewhere in Czechia, or whatever you may call it, Slovakia, Czechia, something like that. And yeah, he almost got a fight to this Russian guy that he was battling or something. It got tense. It got tense. Like, hey, you back up, bro. Anyways, moving on. Rock Harder 2025 just happened. I saw the Sabri versus this guy that was battling him but had a bunch of baguettes. I'm like, that's so funny. I know there's probably like again, like some people, like, I don't know if there's French people offended or something, or he finds that offensive. He got free bread. And also one thing that does offend me about this is like you use your baguettes as a prop to battle against Seabury, okay? A French b-boy. And I'm like, you do know how expensive bread is nowadays. That's just wasting food. That's just wasting food. But I no wonder like Sabri didn't take it seriously, because he just basically gave him free baguettes in his boy over there. But yeah, Sabri was killing it. Hijack was killing it over there, especially the Hijack versus my gym battle. That was dope. Canada is killing it with its battles and like, I don't know what's up with the b-boy culture there. Can I just say something? Like, as a Filipino, Canada is just literally freaking North Philippines, okay? Like, what is up with Canada and just how Asian it is? It is so Asian. More Asian than the US. It's so freaking Asian. It's annoyingly Asian. Here in the US, I was like, you can't be more Asian than us. I'm kidding though, but to be real, I was looking at these like battles in Canada. I was like, is this Manila or whatever? Like, is this like Seoul, Korea? What am I looking at? Oh my goodness. How many Phil Wizards do am I seeing? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm Asian. I can make that joke. So again, I don't even know who's gonna be offended to see this. I don't even get a lot of people watching these damn videos. But also, I saw the Bonnie and Clyde, the battles. Those were cool, and Tip was killing it as well. And yeah, I don't know. It was just a good old regular jam with a bit of interracial mixing in it. Okay, I'll stop. Anyways, going into this next one, Enter the Circle 2024. I saw the battles. They were sick. It is such the more authentic essence of just European like b-boying in general, because I seen the vibe, the lighting, and it felt so underground, and the person hosting as well. There's something about it where it's just like, yo, okay, Germany, you doing it crazy, because this was held in Germany, in Hamburg, and also like the vibes were just like insane. Oh, and lack of crowns. Yep, I saw them. I saw him battling. I see freaking B-boy Tunde, in his element as well. Dude is confident. How old is he at this point? But also segregate. Like it was Mr. Smooth Killer over here, Mr. Preppy Prep, Mr. Jimmy Hopkins killing it. Okay, in these battles. But also we got graphers, the kids. Man, these kids are crazy. And also the other ones as well. Some Beaver crews that I haven't seen in a while. I'm not sure if Jilu's in there. Also, one thing I found out, speaking of Jilu, because I remember, like, I don't know if I see no index there. Oh, I saw Double D there. Oh, he was good. Yes, he was good. He was dope. I love that crew. But yeah, Jilu. Yeah, apparently, like, whatever happened to him and with between him and D-Tex, I always want to know, like, what was that tea about, Because sometimes there's, or at least most of the times, it feels like there's a lot of B-boys and B-girls linking up, with each other, and that makes it easier for equivalents of Bonnie Clyde. The same equivalent when I saw, like, Rock Hard 2025 with Anton and his girlfriend that happens to be a B girl as well. I forget her name. Kanatsu, I think that's her name is. B girl Kanatsu. And yeah, they seem to be in the elements in the most authentic way. They were killing it. But also I see, like, there's ones that are not couples, and there are ones that are couples. And when they are couples, that's how you know they're gonna win. For sure. Like, especially with, like, examples of Mace and B Girl Solid. That's a good combo right there. But also you have other well-known ones that I can't think of, because there was a time where Jilu and D-Tex was known. And also, yeah, oh yeah, the next one was like, yeah, Victor and also B Girl Kate. That's another power couple right there. And also you have another one in Canada, Ills and B Girl Ami. So pretty much, like, with the amount of what I see here, there is like couples that usually do very well, especially if they enter in Bonnie and Clyde's. And I don't know what happened with Jew, but apparently he has a new boyfriend or something. And I don't know. I thought like she was living in Mexico, but I don't even know if that's true either. Okay, this is not the freaking Jilu fan club. It's like the most famous, biggest, B girl out there. And sometimes you have to talk about the biggest ones out there in general, okay? Like, especially the biggest B-boys in Japan, in that happens to be Isen and Shigekix, because I saw that battle. All Japan Breaking Championships. I don't even know what it is, what conversations to even talk about when it comes to Asia. Like, just know that they're gonna win everything, because they just win everything. And yeah, All Japan just proves that. Breaking championships, saw Isen versus Shingekix. That was a cool battle. And also seeing Rayan again. Okay, Shingekix versus Rayan, that was a cool battle. Two of them are buds, but they were going at it, okay? And apparently, B-Boy Rayon is still a pineapple. Dude, what is that hair? Are you trying to be like freaking Simpsons here? What's going on? Next up is Frezhmo. Yes, there is an event. I never thought this day would come. A dance slash b-boy, it's a dance event, let's be real, but I would call it a b-boy event. If there's breaking in it, oh, it's got to be a b-boy event. In Indonesia, I never thought, a place within Indonesia, it has a lot of people. It's pretty crowded there, and it's good to see dance events in like third world countries. I had questions with the whole Mumbai thing when Red Bull had their like dance event there, and it did pretty well. Okay, it did pretty well. It is pretty unique, but I don't even know. It just didn't feel like, I don't want to say anything offensive. I really don't. Like, but for Indonesia, it almost feels like a very mini version of that in ways, because we saw some top tier dancers. Saw Poppin C over there. That's pretty cool. I know he still lives up there in China. Speaking of China, Wuhan Just the Boo just happened, and that was pretty cool. Good to see. Like, I don't even know what just happened. They just came from like UK. Like, they Just the Boo just had their thing in UK, and now they went all the way to China. It's like, oh my gosh, dude. That is like, what kind of long flight is that? I hate long flights, and I suffered a lot of long flights. Almost every year, it's like a freaking long flight, and I had that with me going to Europe from here in the Bay. But anyways, yeah, Frezhmo, pretty dope. Shout out to them doing things in Indonesia. There, I don't even know what's happening. I guess Miyu is sort of like the queen of dance in Indonesia. This little girl, she could easily be my child. Just looking at her, like, oh my! Listen, I'm Filipino, and I'm just looking at her, and I'm like, is that my baby? I'm kidding. But yeah, Indonesia had their event. There's some other events gonna be happening, like Endless Summer Jam in Honolulu. That's gonna be crazy. Under the Lions Rock 2025 in Hong Kong. Radical Force Jam and freaking Vietnam. It used to be in Singapore, but Vietnam, I guess, because inflation. I don't know what that. Singapore is expensive. Okay, that's an expensive city. Korea Street Cipher Series in Seoul, South Korea, and a lot of these events and stuff like that. I sometimes wish I could just go to them. Also, speaking of Frezhmo as well, there were some b-boys in there that I just never knew that would be in Frezhmo Jam. Like the Monster Energy squad. Like, they're there? No way. You're telling me freaking Nels One isn't the jam. That must be a culture. Dude is traveling everywhere. I wonder if Zeku's there. I know Zeku's busy things in Florida with his business and setting up jams, but I wondered, like, that would be dope if he was there. If most people were there in, like, here in, it's not here. What am I talking about? Not in the Philippines anymore. But in Southeast Asia, we have a long, I've seen history of B-boys and B-girls, passing through and also being big inspirations in the scene. And especially dance events. And we just have that type of energy that is, like, unkindled, and seeing that just displayed for the world to see, especially for many dancers coming to these places, it's pretty unique. Let me see if I can go to my Instagram and check if I miss anything, because sometimes when you go to Instagram, you sometimes you see something, you miss some things, and it's kind of like, man, you don't even know what's really about to happen. But I would see something in there, so I don't even know. I would talk about some skateboard and stuff, because I still follow those, oh yeah, that's her name. Kanato. Okay, tweet. Got a tattoo and everything. Let me see. Let's see. Yeah, just nothing in particular, I don't think, that at least I see, because so far, yeah, I think that's it. Do I have anything else to add? I don't even know. I do have a lot to add. Let me tell you, I could rant all freaking day. Every day. All day at the time. Okay? I can go wild. But I'm not. Because I just already went wild. What's up? Anyways, see you when I see you. One love and peace, and God bless.